Kendall Jenner issues brutal warning to Kim over Lewis Hamilton romance. Okay, real talk. You know how every family has that one person, the calm one, the rational one, the one who never starts drama but will absolutely finish it if they have to? In the Kardashian-Jenner household, that person is Kendall. Quiet, calculated, composed. The one who watches everything, says almost nothing, and when she does speak up, you better believe the whole room goes silent. Well, the room just went silent because Kendall Jenner has reportedly pulled Kim Kardashian aside and issued what sources are calling a brutal, no sugarcoating, straight-to-the-point warning about her growing romance with Formula One legend Lewis Hamilton. And the internet? The internet has combusted. Quick favor, if you are loving this already, hit that subscribe button right now. Over 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet, and it is completely free. It takes a second, and it means the world to us here at Celebrity Watchdog. Thanks so much if you just did that. Okay, now back to the show. So let us start from the very beginning, because context is everything. And if you are going to understand why Kendall's warning is such a big deal, you need to understand exactly how we got here. For the past several months, Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton have been doing that very specific thing that A-list celebrities do when they want the world to know they are spending time together without actually saying they are spending time together. The casual sightings, the overlapping social circles, the events where they just happen to be photographed near each other. You know the move. It is the oldest trick in the celebrity playbook, and it works every single time because we all fall for it. Every single time. And the public reaction? Overwhelmingly positive. Fans started shipping them almost immediately. The fan edits rolled in, the hashtags trended. People were already mentally designing the wedding aesthetic. Because on paper, and honestly, even off paper, Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton make a lot of sense. She is one of the most recognizable women on the planet. He is arguably the greatest Formula One driver in the history of the sport. 7 world championships. 7! The man does not just compete, he dominates. And his style, his philanthropy, his ability to command a room, the man is exceptional in every sense of the word. But here's where the story takes a sharp turn, and Celebrity Watchdog is putting on the seatbelt for this one. Because not everybody in Kim's inner circle is on board with this romance. Not everybody is clapping. And the person raising the red flag is the last person you would ever expect, her own sister, Kendall Jenner. Now, let us talk about Kendall for a second, because this is crucial. Kendall Jenner is not Khloe. She is not going to sit you down for a dramatic heart-to-heart with tears and background music. She is not Kourtney, who will passive-aggressively comment on your life choices through very deliberate social media posts. Kendall is the one who processes things quietly, protects her energy fiercely, and only speaks up when something genuinely matters to her. She has kept her own romantic life so locked down that fans spent years trying to confirm relationships that she never once officially addressed. This is a woman who treats privacy like it is currency, and she spends it very, very carefully. So, when Kendall Jenner, that Kendall, reportedly steps in and delivers a warning so pointed that sources are using the word brutal to describe it, you have to stop and ask yourself, what exactly does she know, and why does she feel strongly enough to break her own code of silence? That is the question that has the entire internet absolutely losing its mind right now. And honestly, it should. Because there are a few very distinct possibilities here, and each one is more fascinating than the last. Let us walk through them one by one. The first possibility, and this is the one that the gossip blogs are running with, is that Kendall has done her homework on Lewis Hamilton's relationship history, and she does not like what she found. Because look, Lewis Hamilton is exceptional at many things. Racing cars, obviously. Fashion. The man has shown up to events in outfits that should not work and somehow work perfectly. Advocacy, philanthropy, building a legacy that extends well beyond the sport. But his romantic track record, that is where things get a little more complicated. Think about Nicole Scherzinger. Years of on again, off again, we are together, we are not, everybody is confused energy before they finally called it for good. Think about the string of high-profile women linked to him over the years. Every single relationship starts with enormous heat, makes headlines, has people convinced that this is it, and then quietly, almost gently, fades out. No explosions, no dramatic public fallout, just a slow, gradual disappearance. And Lewis Hamilton continues on, still winning, still thriving, still looking incredible, while the women are left answering questions about it in interviews 2 years down the road. Now imagine you are Kendall Jenner. You love your sister. You have watched Kim go through one of the most publicly painful divorces in modern pop culture history. You watched her rebuild from the ground up. You watched her work through the chaos, protect her kids, reclaim her narrative, and slowly, painstakingly put herself back together. And now you are watching her light up around a man who has a very specific pattern, and that pattern does not end with someone walking down the aisle. Is Kendall's warning really a warning about Lewis Hamilton the person, or is it a warning about Kim walking straight into a situation that looks amazing from the outside, but has a ceiling she is not seeing yet? That brings us to the second possibility, and this one is arguably even more interesting. What if Kendall's concern is not really about Lewis at all? What if it's about timing? Because here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Kim Kardashian is in one of the most powerful chapters of her life right now. The Skims empire is massive. Her legal advocacy work is real and it is meaningful. Her kids are growing up. Her brand has never been more defined or more intentional. She has done the extraordinary thing of shedding a version of herself that the world told her she had to be and building something entirely on her own terms. Kendall may be looking at all of that, at this incredible, hard-earned season of Kim's life, and thinking, a high-profile romance with one of the most scrutinized athletes on earth is not going to protect this. It's going to shift the focus. It's going to bring a whole new wave of noise, tabloid chaos, and public speculation into a space that Kim has finally gotten control of. And maybe the warning is not, do not date Lewis Hamilton. Maybe the warning is, do not let anyone, no matter how magnetic they are, pull you off the path you have worked so hard to build. That is the kind of advice that doesn't make headlines as easily, but it might be the most powerful thing Kendall could say. Now here's the third possibility, and I'll be honest with you, this is the one that keeps me up at night. What if Kendall knows something specific, something that hasn't hit the press yet, something that a source whispered, or that came through someone in their shared social circle, or that Kendall stumbled into on her own? Because in the world these women operate in, information travels fast, and it doesn't always make it to the blogs before the damage is done. If Kendall caught wind of something, anything, that suggested Lewis Hamilton is not who he appears to be in this situation, she would absolutely march straight to Kim and lay it out with zero filter. That's what sisters do. And a warning delivered with that kind of urgency gets called brutal because it has to be. There's no time for soft delivery when you're trying to protect someone you love. And now, let's zoom out for just a moment and appreciate the full irony of this situation. Kendall Jenner, who guards her own privacy with the intensity of a Secret Service agent, delivered what she intended to be a private, sister-to-sister conversation, and somehow that very private conversation has become the biggest celebrity story of the week. The attempt to protect Kim from public attention itself has become a massive piece of public attention. Someone in that circle talked, and now the whole world knows. If Kendall was already skeptical about the people around her, she might be reconsidering a few friendships right now. But here's what I really want to know, and what I think you really want to know too. What is Kim doing with this warning? Because if you think Kim Kardashian, a woman who has built $1 billion empire in an industry that told her she had no business building one, in an industry that told her she had no business building one, then you haven't been paying attention. Kim Kardashian doesn't fold. She processes, she evaluates, she moves with intention, and then she does exactly what she decides to do. She's earned that right 10 times over. Maybe she hears Kendall's warning and it genuinely gives her pause. Maybe she goes back and looks at Lewis's history with fresh eyes. Maybe she has a direct conversation with him that changes something. Or maybe, and this is equally valid, she looks at everything, weighs it all, and decides that she's a grown woman with good instincts and the strength to handle whatever comes her way, and she moves forward anyway. Because sometimes you know the risk and you decide the reward is worth it, and sometimes you're right. The truth is, none of us know exactly what was said in that room. We don't know the full weight of Kendall's warning. We don't know how Kim received it. We don't know where Lewis Hamilton fits into all of this or what his intentions actually are. What we do know is that a woman who almost never speaks up decided this was important enough to break her own rules. And that, more than anything, tells you that whatever is developing between Kim and Lewis is serious enough that the people closest to Kim are paying very close attention. So here's the question that I'm leaving you with today. Is Kendall Jenner the hero of this story? The protective younger sister trying to save Kim from a situation she can't fully see yet? Or is she the one standing in the way of something that could actually be exactly what Kim needs? Drop your answer in the comments right now. I want to see where Celebrity Watchdog Nation stands on this one. And if you have a theory, a wild one, a reasonable one, anyone, let us hear it, because the comment section on this video is about to be a whole conversation. Make sure you're subscribed and that the notification bell is turned all the way on, because the next drop from Celebrity Watchdog is going to hit just as hard as this one, and you don't want to be the last person to know. Thank you so much for watching. We genuinely appreciate every single one of you. See you in the next one.